Check, check. Can you hear me? Alrighty. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Y'all are here to squat for the closing ceremonies, right? Sweet. They're going to kick you out. All right. My name is Todd. We're going to do a little bit of talking about threat hunting, I hope. I am not an expert. I will throw that out right now, here and there. Full disclosure. Yay. We're all done, right? You're still here. What's wrong with you people? Like I said, name is Todd. I am not a threat hunter. I work for a global organization, and they say I'm an engineer. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing with that job because I actually manage an MSSP half the time, so go them. I have accomplishments in my life, which includes submitting a CFP, which got me a free ticket to this amazing event this weekend, and I am on par with Ben 10 on height, though tragically I did just check Twitter. And somebody he has found is shorter than him here. That is, looks like they're an adult, so I don't have a claim to that one just yet. Also, it would be great if I can find a unicorn gun that fires rainbow poo out of its ass end. Totally awesome. So, another slide for the beginning. We're going to do threat hunting, like I said. A couple of items. Try and explain threat hunting. Figure out what do we need to do some threat hunting. Threat hunting, yay. Has anybody kind of picked up a standard, it's a good word here, I'm losing my mind all of a sudden, theme for DerbyCon so far? It's been a lot about hunting. I'll stop saying hunting now because if anybody's drinking while I say hunting, they're going to be wasted at this point in time. So explain me the threat hunting. Why your sock sucks? Well, threat hunting is really not a sock activity from what I've gathered so far. It's more of a human-driven thing that if the sock can't find it, well, you need to go hunt for it. And really, you sit and you think about it. If you expect your sock to go hunting for you, you're basically trying to live in insanity. The sock does its thing, and you expect it to do something different. Yay! Go Albert. So, what the flip is? Threat hunting. Threat hunting is basically a human-led activity where you go looking through your environment for the bad stuff that has gotten through. Case in point, if you have some weird-looking DNS, DHCP things out there, you might want to investigate it. There might be something super nasty in your network already. It really does rely on the concept of assuming breach. You figure you've already been screwed. Somebody's in your network. They're doing happy, fun things that you don't want them to do. You need to go find it. You need to kill it. Bad. Vendors like to talk a lot about threat hunting at times. It smells wonderful occasionally. They will misconstrue the concept, so please, if you are talking to any vendors about threat hunting, you keep in mind some of the things, the resources I can provide to you today as you're discussing with them in order to see through the crap. So, first off, what do we need to do? What some of the things we need to do to try and go threat hunting? We can just jump right in. Yay, bears! See, I tied this back to the title. Seriously, I'm going to try and do this again. Realistically, you need to have some kind of maturity in your security operations organization. If you don't know what's in your environment, you don't know what's happening, threat hunting is going to be almost a waste of time. You're going to be sitting there looking for all the nasty stuff, and all you're going to find is day-to-day activities that are perfectly normal. Or you're just going to be searching for known bad stuff that for some reason you aren't finding in the first place. Your AV sucks. Your SOC team sucks. Everybody sucks. You're not educating people, and it just sucks. Yay! Good thing to do about threat hunting is assign somebody to go after it, to run the threat hunt program that is just tenacious as hell. They won't quit. Werewolves are cool. They listen to music all day long while they're just punching on the keyboards. Don't you love werewolves? Is everybody falling asleep? Okay. Learn to love some data. You need to have data to threat hunt. Otherwise, you can't do anything. It's like staring at a computer screen all day. Shit, that's what we do already. Never mind. Also, you want to know your network. If you understand your network very heavily, you understand what packets are running around, what services are running, what you expect kind of protocols to be running, it will help quite a lot. Otherwise, again, you'll be chasing a freaking ghost all day long. Like, oh my god, there's DNS running around and I'm looking up Quad A records. Yeah, that can happen. If you're aware that that happens, but you know that you shouldn't be looking up any TXT records, if you find yourself with 2 or 3 boxes that are doing 2,000 or 3,000 TXT lookups, you might want to go check them out. They might be having small problems. So, threat hunting is a bit of a circle. It goes around and around and around and around and around, just like Rob Schneider does in this big circle. Circles. It's not a triangle. Triangles are pointy. They will break you. They will hurt you. They will stab you in the eye. Circles, not triangles. So, there's a couple of different threat hunting loops that are available out there. I like Squirrel's. This is where I grabbed the picture from. Squirrel's loop is 4 steps, hypothesis, kind of building an idea of what's going on, what do I want to look for in my environment, really built on taking in some statistical analysis, threat intel, and a couple other things like that. Next up, you start investigating. You bring in all the data, more and more data. Data, 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 data. Yay, data. So, you got all your data, you start parsing through your data, you're staring at the screens, again, all day long, staring screens. Finally, if you find some anomaly, something weird sitting out there, you might have found the bad guy, or maybe not. You just may learn something odd about your environment. That is perfectly normal. In those instances where you do find out the bad guy, and you suddenly like, yay, I found the bad guy, I'm going to kill him! Yay! Okay, great. Treat it like a rumor after the fact and get everybody else to know about it as quick as possible. That way you can help build the community and make people smarter, and nobody else will find the bad guys. Down with bad guys. So, dig in a little bit about the hypothesis. Hold, please. The hypothesis. There we go. So, hypothesis is basically an educated guess. It can derive from a variety of places. For example, the TXT record I talked about just a few seconds ago. If you're getting some intelligence that some particular actor, threat group or something is starting to use TXT records, probably they're pulling down some base 64 encoded stuff from some random domain or whatnot. They're putting it back together, deobfuscating it, and then all of a sudden you have a nice, wonderful PowerShell command that's pulling down additional malware and making life hell. That's an idea for a hypothesis. Start looking for that stuff, right? Again, everybody's asleep. Nobody's shaking their head. You do not agree with me. Grand. Nifty little story. That is the AT&T Global Network Operations Center. Got an opportunity to go there earlier this year. That place is freaking nifty. They got a lot of screens. So imagine how much sports is to watch there. Is mentioning sports a bad thing with this crowd? No. Good. So a couple of interesting graphs that they showed. They actually showed a few pictures where they're looking at the variety of high-level protocols going around the environment and their network, TCP, UDP, ICMP, whatever other Ps you want to add out there. And then they showed a screenshot from September of 2001, whenever 9/11 happened, and they saw a significant drop. Those are the kind of statistical analysis you can perform as you see changes in your day-to-day feeds in your network and all the protocols and whatnot going across the wire. You can see those changes and start thinking something weird is happening and start going after it. Do all the threading of the things. It is primarily human-led. You need to have a person there behind the keyboard driving this thing. Tools help. They really do. You can automate a lot of stuff with threat hunting with tools. But there's got to be a person involved at some point in time. Probably to click the button, I would assume. But there's other things that a person can do. Tools aren't the smartest thing in the world. We still do not have Skynet, thank God. So, yay, tools. Let's try and throw this one here. Better situational awareness. Yay, Army things gone through. Help make legendary hypothesis. So if you are, again, aware of your network, know what's going on and whatnot, and you've got all this intel coming in, you do some analysis and whatnot, the more you're aware of everything, the better your hypothesis can be, and then boom, you have beaten Halo on legendary level. On to the investigation step. Let's get dirty. Yes. Everybody knows what happens when you have really dirty computers, right? Dust bunnies. Yay. And your eyes do get crossed up unless you're sitting like that from 1950 or some shit. So again, exploring your data sets supports your hypothesis. Again, back to that DNS thing. If you're looking for DNS things, who gives a shit about all the web records, right? Who cares? It doesn't matter because we're looking for DNS things. Try not to get sidetracked. We all have ADHD. Yes, it's okay. Just try and stay a little focused. Complete data set is a bit of a requirement. If you have holes in your data set, you may not find all the bad people, and that presents a bit of a problem, right? Everybody's again shaking their head because you're all awake. And use the tools available to you. Whatever you've got. EDR things, modeling tools, Skynet, maybe. Obviously Skynet wants to kill us all, but that's okay, right? We'd die anyways. Uncovering things. So you've taken your hypothesis, you've been doing your investigation, you found an anomaly that does not belong in the place, you found the bad guy, and we have a title that has been completed. Yay! So seriously, bear hunts, bad guys, you got it. Cool. Maybe with this discovery you can start identifying new TTPs, the tactics, techniques, and procedures. You could also call it triple TP. Add some tools in there. I heard a talk earlier where they like the words attack pattern. I don't care. Pick your word, whatever you want to do. But you find the new things. You could potentially find new lateral movements, new evacuation techniques, etc., etc. Ooh, maybe you find the new way that nobody else thinks about that people have gotten in and are starting to exfiltrate data. Yay! Stop it. Figure out how it works. And then inform and enrich. Recycling. You found bad things. Take it somewhere so that you can start using it again. Primary thing, if you've hunted it today, don't hunt it tomorrow. Stick it back into your hunting tool, your hunting process, so you don't have to find it again. Give everything more protein. Bigger tools, bigger tools, bigger tools. Woo, woo, woo! I love Jimbo. He's so funny. So, feed it back into the detection tools. This might be a bit of a challenge, obviously. I think this was brought up earlier in the con where some tools don't have a way to accept new feeds. You found new bad stuff. Great. I want to give it to my AV so they'll find it. AV doesn't care. Okay, great. I want to give it to my IDS IPS. They don't give a shit either. Well, damn, where can I stick it? Ooh, firewall, firewall. Nope, sorry, go away. So that might be a space where we as a community can start making pushes and get things changed and get the more awesome going. Sharing is caring. You get an IOC, you get IOCs, everybody gets IOCs. Yay! Y'all are so happy, I tell you what. Or if you're into an Oprah Winfrey show, you all get high. Yay! All right. Recap again. It's a circle. It's not pointy. Pointy hurts your eyeballs. It goes around and around and around and around and around. I have now completed a loop between this slide and previous slide, so you see two halo things. Woohoo! After the hunt, start your next one. Don't sit and wait around wasting your time. Hunt for the next bad thing. Find more stuff. Give more IOCs. Share, share, share. Go Oprah. Keep hunting. Keep learning about your environment. Keep finding all the new bad guys. Remember, you need to understand what your normal is in your environment. If you don't know normal, you can't figure out all the super bad stuff. So as you find new normal, feed that into your knowledge base. You know some jerk over in the network team is suddenly running a random Samba server to do a CMDB. Great! Mark that on your stuff. Okay, I want to say a few things about the kill chain. Kill chain's a little important to hunting because some steps of the kill chain do apply here. Those three, control, execute, maintain, exfiltration, those are some spots in which you can start finding the bad stuff. Hunting before this, who cares? That's not in your environment, most likely. You want to check your environment. Did you know Microsoft has a kill chain as well? It's like a roller coaster. Whee! They do have the blog right there. It talks about their kill chain. They've broken the picture up into multiple slides. There's this pretty slide here, and then there's a slide here, and they include a roller coaster on the slide. And this roller coaster has this guy in the front. What the? It's the devil! Seriously, see? He's got horns. So Microsoft is introducing us to the devil. Yay. So, we've gone through the threat hunting. We talked a little bit about kill chain. Now we need to talk about continuing and growing old with this stuff. Threat hunting is not something you just do today and you stop. You keep going, you keep doing, you keep improving your process, and you keep getting more cool stuff to go with it, right? Squirrel's got a maturity program as well. Apologies for just calling out Squirrel a lot here. I do have some resources towards the end that hopefully won't include so much squirrely things. This involves a lot of keeping up with your data, having more data, and automating a lot of things. It's simple. Look at that. 2 bullets every step. Bullet, 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 bullet. Yay. Again, more data, more knowledge. You go through threat hunting, you learn more about your environment. Yay. You're expanding your knowledge base. Keep on going. Make it your own. What I mean by that is the threat hunting process that everybody's going to go through is probably going to be unique. If you build a program, make it your own. Tailor it to your environment and what you need to do, what you need to take care of, etc., etc., etc. Do as much automation as you can. Automatically being able to use your cool tools in order to do some of the threat hunting steps for you is great. It helps a lot. Moves you right along. Tape measures. Probably everybody in here has to report on some kind of metric, right? I see a wobble. I saw one head nod. I see a couple left. Yeah, you guys are just totally ready for closing ceremonies. Do not care. So being able to identify where you can build up some metrics, show that you're actually being successful, or show the executive leadership what you're doing with this new cool program, because it's totally freaking awesome. Things like, hey, we did a threat hunt and we found out the network team was doing something stupid. Again, CMDB on a Samba server. Let's mark that down. Check, check, yay. Or here's the number of hunts we've executed. Here's the number of bad things we found. Here's more ILCs where you got an ILC, you get an ILC, everybody gets an ILC. And we. Okay, so whole point here, circle processes, hunting in circles, going around and around and around and around. Hunt with a goal in mind. What do you want to do? You really want to try and find all the bad guys? Do you want to mostly learn more about your network? Kind of like learning about my network. ILCs are cool and awesome and Oprah-fied and stuff. Do keep in mind it's not limited to massive organizations with huge teams and huge budgets. I don't threat hunt like I said, but hopefully one day I can start playing with it. I do work for a pretty large organization. It is global. I am a team of 1. Seriously, there was an org chart that was released recently. It had a box above it, 2 boxes beside, and there was me in the middle, and everything else was vacant. Yay! We can do this together. Hunt with priority, hunt with intention. If you're going to hunt, don't stop hunting. Just keep on hunting. If you start going down one rabbit hole, just persist like a son of a bitch going down it the whole way to the end of it. Automation rocks. Hunting still requires a human. You've got to have some person to sit there and read all the cool things coming in, all the more data as you get, data, etc., etc., etc. And last but not least, who here likes, my mind, seriously, I just had a brain fart. Shit, what is that? Gaming marathons. Summer games done quickly, awesome games done quickly. Anybody? Oh, man. This makes absolutely no sense to anyone. So in a particular game, Final Fantasy VI, you can manipulate the background, and some people have discovered that if you set the controls just right, you can make this big bird thing look like a giant demon called the Demon Chocobo. If you decide to go look at any of these cool marathons, then vote for good taste. Don't vote for that damn bird. Summer games done quickly, awesome games done quickly. Go look it up. You'll be fine. So, I just racked through that frickin' thing in like 20 minutes or so. To reiterate, I'm not an expert. Go read, go play, go do something else. Go read some stuff. I've got a whole bunch of resources I've been trying to collect this year as preparation for this talk because, again, I was just wanting to get a free ticket. Yay me! So there's a place I stuck stuff for you to try and read. Hopefully it will be beneficial to you. And so in conclusion, hunt in circles, hunt lots, hunt all day long, give it back. ILCs for everyone, go Oprah. Any questions? Yes, sir. It's a good question. If you didn't hear him, the question was, where do you start documenting everything? I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm sure there's probably resources out there. I'll see if I can find one and stick it on there for you later. What do you think? Perfect. Yes. Cool. Anybody else? Yes, sir. Yeah, certainly. Certainly. Anything else? None? Cool. Awesome. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate you coming.